Hi and welcome back to multiplying and dividing fractions. First we have our retrieval practice. Here are the 6 questions that you must answer in 10-minute maximum. We try and aim to do it quicker if we can, and the theme is following on from the last set of 6 that you did. So best of luck with these. Try and remember some of the things that we pointed out on those that you struggled with. And we should hopefully see an improvement in score today on this set 4B. Here are your answers. Get your green pen. Make sure you make any corrections that you need to make, and hopefully you got 5 or 6 correct, and that's what we want to be aiming for all the time, 80% or more. Okay. On the contents page, you can see where it's highlighted be the focus for today. So to simplifying fractions and going on to adding and subtracting fractions with some simplification there, and using an integer again when subtracting fractions. Struggling to get my words out. Okay. So the learning objective, make sure we're writing this down nice and neat with capital letters and underline properly with the ruler. Be able to simplify basic fractions and complex fractions. Success criteria. So we want to be looking on how to identify, how to simplify a fraction using multipliers, and we talked a lot about multipliers last lesson. And then we want to show how to work out subtraction of fractions with those whole number integers. And when you are flying when, and this is stuff that we'll probably move on to and touch on a bit in this first hour, and move on to more in the second hour using this same lesson objective, is understanding of addition, subtraction of mixed number and proper fractions. Is shown by yourself, and evidence of converting fractions to show how to simplify unlike denominator questions. So simplifying fractions, example 1. So we just want to fully simplify these. So let me do the first one for us. So I'm looking for a multiplier which is going into both of the numerator and the denominator here, so I can fully simplify this fraction. I know 2 goes into 14 straight away, but I know it doesn't go into 21, and I need to find another number then. And I'm going up from 2, and I know that when I get to 7, 7 goes into 14 twice. And I know that 7 goes into 21 3 times. So I end up with 2/3 here. Sorry, that isn't the best writing. We'll improve that. So I end up with 2/3. Can I simplify this fraction any further? No, I can't, and it's fine as it is. Okay, the we do. Pause the video and have a quick go at this, and then I'll reveal the answer. So I'm hoping you started with 2 straight away. How many times does 2? Half 12. It's going to be 6. And then knowing that 2 as well went into 18 before we worked that top numerator part out. How many times does 2 go into 8? Half that. That's going to be 9. Now, can we simplify this fraction again? Well, yes, we can, because there's another number that goes into both of these, and that would have been, if you got it correct, would have been 3. So it goes into 6 twice, and it goes into 9 3 times, and we end up with 2/3 as our final answer. Making sure that we put our equal signs in to show that it is equivalent, which we spoke about in the last lesson, is equivalent to, equal to. Okay, I do. So I know straight away that 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 21 7 times, so that is simplified to 1/7. Okay, your turn on the we do. Pause the video and have a go. The answer should have been 1/6. Some new examples. I'll do the I do. Okay, we have 3 again, so 1, 3 is going to be 1. How many times is 3 going to 51? Well, I know it goes into 30 10 times, and then I know that 21 is 7 times, and that's, if we add 21 onto 30, that takes us to 51. So I know that this must be 17. So 1/17 when simplified. So I'm dividing by 3. In effect, that would be the multiplier there. Okay, have a go at the we do. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, this time we would have had 1 again. And what would it have been over? Well, we know that 3 into 60 is 20. And if we get from 60 to 81, that's 21 altogether. So it's another 7 threes. So that's going to be 27. So it's equivalent to 1/27 when simplified. Okay, I do. All right, now we've got a top-heavy fraction. Okay, so that tells me that we're going to end up with a mixed number fraction here. Okay, so firstly I want to focus on simplifying it down as it's been asked to do. So well, we already know from the I do up here that this 17 threes in 51, and I know that 90 divided by 3 is 30, and I know to get to 111 we add that 21 on like we have done in these few examples here. So that's going to be 37. Now straight away I know that these can't simplify down again because both of them are prime numbers, and as we know, prime numbers mean it's times by itself and 1. What we can do though is change to a mixed number, and we'll have a quick look at that here. So for us to do that, we're going to end up with a whole number on the side to the left. So we've got 37/17. Okay, so how many times does 17 go into 37? Well, if we double 17, 10 and 10, 20 and 7 and 7, that's going to leave us with 34. Okay, so if we double 17, that's going to give us 34. So we know we've got one whole one, and then how do we get from 34 to 37? Well, that's only 3, so that must mean that there's 3 17s left. Okay, and that would be this fraction here, this improper fraction, as a mixed number fraction. Okay, have a go at the we do. Pause the video. So it looks like we're using our multiplier of 3 again, because if we looked at the last we do, we had 81 again, so we're going to have 27 on the bottom. How many 3's into 108? Well, that's 1 less than 111 over here, so that's going to be 36. And then, can you practice writing this as a mixed number fraction? Okay, some more examples here. Have a go at the top two yourself, and I'll work from this I do here. So pause the video and have a go of them. So nice and easy. This is going to be a whole integer. We've got 51/51, and we know that's just going to be equal to 1. And same again here on the we do. Okay, when we go down to the bottom here, we've got some addition and subtraction symbols. So let's do them first. We've got 4 plus 10, which is 14, take 2, which is 12. And that's going to be over 8. Simplify this nice and easy. Well, let's half that. It's going to be 6, 4. Let's do that again. 2 into 6 is going to go 3 over 2. That's a top heavy fraction again. So only 2's go into 3, that's 1. And it'd be 1 1/2. And fully simplified. Okay, let's look at this we do. So we've got 40 divided by 10, which is 4, times by 2, so that's 8, over the square root of 16, which is 4. How can we simplify this? Well, 4 go into both, so that's 2 over 1. How many 1's in 2? That's 2 times, and you end up with your final answer, the fully simplified. Okay, here's some independent practice. I want to be spending no longer than 10 minutes having a go at these. And here's the answers. Get your green pen and mark up. Want to be getting 80% always, as much as we can. If you don't, not to worry at all. It's okay to get more wrong, that's fine. We just keep improving, guys. Okay, here's another set of questions. And don't forget to check in on the success criteria. See where we're up to. Are you identifying and using multipliers? Have you started to simplify independently? I think you will have. Keep going. Here's your answers for the last set of questions. Get your green pen, mark away. Okay, so we've moved on to subtracting fractions from an integer. I might just change the colour up here to something different. So we've got our whole one integer, and it's asking us to take away 3/4. Well, 4/4 is going to equal a whole one. So if we take 3 away from those 4, that's going to leave us with 1/4 as our answer. Okay, pause the video, have a go at the we do. So we've got whole one again, making sure that we remember that this 1 represents 7 over 7. And we took 5 away. So that's going to leave us, if we take 5, that's going to leave us with 2 7s. We need to remember we're only taking away from the numerator at the top. Okay, on this I do. So this time the whole one is of 14s, or 14ths, shall I say. We've taken 3 of them away. So 3 away from 14, that's going to leave me with 11 over 14. Pause the video and have a go at the we do. And this time you should have ended up with the answer of 12 over 17. Okay, a fresh set. One takeaway, 3 41s. So the whole again will be 41 41s. Take 3 of them 41s away, and that's going to leave us with 38 over 41. Okay, pause the video and I want you to have a go at the next 3 yourself, including the I do. So the answer for this first one, this would have been 67 over 71. This I do, now it's asking for 2. Okay, 2 wholes take away 3/4. Okay, well we know again that 4/4 equals 1 whole one. So it means we're going to end up with 1 whole one and 1/4. And if we was to put that back into just an improper fraction, we'd end up with 5/4. Just a bit of extra knowledge there. Okay, and the we do you should have had. Okay, so it was 2 again, and we know that 1 whole one was 6 and 6 over 6. Okay, so we're taking 5 away of those 6, so we end up with 1 whole one and 1/6, or improper fraction. 7/6. Alright, pause the video, have a go at these examples yourself. As you can see, they're getting more challenging. Okay, here's your answers for those four. 2 whole and 1/4, 2 whole ones and 1/6, 31/41 and 21/71. Well done if you're getting those right, guys. 2 more. On this side over here, there was 2 whole numbers. So first I did the 2 and the 7/10 take the 1 and 7/10, which left me with just 1 whole one. And then I took the 3 tenths from that 1 whole one to leave me with 7 tenths. And on the we do, an easier one, just 1 whole number, taking 9 tenths away altogether, and that left you 3 whole ones and 1 tenth. Okay, here's some more independent practice. Have a go at these, give yourself 10 minutes, check in, show how to work out subtraction of fractions with integers, which is what we're looking at now. That's what we want to be accomplishing and getting 80% or more and as best as we can. Here's your answers. Get your green pen. Okay, here's another set of questions. Again, give yourself plenty of time, not maximum 10 minutes on these, maybe 8 if you can. Just challenge yourself with time if you're doing well on the questions and on these simplifying of fractions. So don't forget, when you have taken them away, can you simplify? So always make sure you're reading the question. Okay, so some big long answers here, and it's got the breakdown as well of how they got to the answer, and hoping that you guys did the same. Alright, and let's just finish by checking in. So the first set of blue success criteria on this first hour, making sure that we look at questions number 1, 2 and 3. What have you found easy? Alright, and what did you find tricky? And how can you improve on even better if? And can you explain how you could be better at this, and where is it that you need to improve? Sometimes we know what we need to improve and it's just doing it and getting that practice in until we get it right more consistently. So make sure you self-reflect, guys. Thank you. Lastly, academic points for those pupils that can prove and show evidence, whether you're working from home using these or in the class with the teacher that's with you, and that teacher can see that you've shown some really good progression today. You've worked really hard, and your attitude has been amazing. So that teacher will look to give out the necessary academic points to the pupils. Thanks again, guys.